There are two protein powders that strive to be the healthiest protein powders on the market: Transparent Labs and Thorne Protein. Now, Transparent Labs is known for using the most natural ingredients possible with a rigorous third-party testing standards. And similarly, Thorne promotes its products as having the purest ingredients that are 100% backed by science. So, given these claims, which protein's better? Which one should you buy if you value natural, pure, and healthy ingredients? I've just spent a month testing each protein, and today I'm going to give you the final verdict after comparing each brand head-to-head across the following categories: ingredients, quality assurances, protein percent of calories, taste, mixability, texture, satiety, and cost. And just a quick note, if you want to watch our in-depth individual videos of each of these proteins, check the links down below after this video. So, what is Transparent Labs 100% grass-fed whey isolate? Well, as the name suggests, Transparent Labs prides itself on transparency. The company tests each batch of its products and shares the results on its website for everyone to see. This allows you to verify each tub's quality and purity. Unlike some products, Transparent Labs also lists the exact ingredients and their respective dosages down to the milligrams, which can help you make more informed decisions. Looking for quality and purity data on a Transparent Labs supplement you've gotten? Head to their Certificate of Analysis page, navigate to your product and batch, and see the results. Now, Transparent Labs isolate is 100% grass-fed. This means two things. First, as an isolate, this is a more refined product with a higher protein content of around 86%. This means a 30-gram scoop generally provides 27.5 to 28 grams of high-quality protein. To put this into context, some protein powders I've tested have had as little as 60 to 70% protein per serving, or around 18 to 21 grams per scoop. For example, Pure Protein has 60%. You got Kirkland, 76%, and MuscleTech, I'm sure you've heard of that company, at 57%. Second, grass-fed dairy products come from milk of cows fed a diet primarily based on grass. This diet is considered healthier than that of conventional cows, which mainly consists of multiple types of grains, silage, and supplements, some of which are not openly disclosed. Additionally, Transparent Labs whey isolate has limited ingredients: stevia, salt, and natural flavors. This means that product is without artificial ingredients that are all too common in the supplement industry today, such as thickeners, sweeteners, artificial colors, and etc. Based on our evaluation of 30 plus protein bands, the price per serving is $2, which is more expensive than the average $1.34, and this was based on our evaluation of 30 plus protein brands. However, given the brand's excellent reputation and emphasis on transparency, along with the product's high protein content, good mixability, and texture, the cost is justified and well worth it. Keep in mind, the average cost also includes protein powders that are lower in quality. So you're probably wondering, who should take Transparent Labs whey isolate? So, Transparent Labs whey isolate is perfect for the following: average trainees and gym goers who look for a quality product to boost their protein intake, those who don't mind paying a bit extra for quality, transparency, and peace of mind, people looking for a good grass-fed whey protein isolate, and those who want the benefits from an animal-based protein but are sensitive to lactose. Now, right before I move on to Thorne Protein, I just wanted to let you all know that both of the products that are talked about today will be linked down below in the description box and pinned comment. Now, good news for you is that I've already done all the research on where to find the best deals to each of these proteins, so you don't need to. And I occasionally update the description box to keep the deals fresh, so anytime you're watching this video, it should still have the most current deal. So, what is Thorne Whey Protein Isolate? Thorne is another company that stands out with good qualities like emphasis on scientific data, innovation, and the focus on educating its client base. One way the company helps educate clients is through online quizzes, which we will also link down below for you guys to check out. While not as advanced, these quizzes can be helpful for beginners who don't know where to start or might want to get a particular product for the wrong reasons. For instance, I took the protein powder quiz and I liked how quickly the quiz guided me right to the right protein for my goals. In addition to providing helpful information to educate people, the quiz is designed to help users find the best product and clarity why they want a specific supplement. Other quizzes, including B complex and sleep, are more thorough and consider multiple things before recommending a product or stack. Thorne supplements also have an NSF Sport certification, which makes them as attractive option for some competitive athletes. This is because some governing bodies require their athletes to take NSF Sport certified supplements only. Now, Thorne protein is an isolate, with each serving having about 84% protein percent of calories, or 21 grams per scoop. This protein percentage is considered good based on feasgoods.com criteria, 75 to 85% protein content. Transparent Labs Whey isolate falls into the excellent category, which is when a product has more than 85% protein per serving. In addition to the whey isolate, this product also has 𝗪𝗏 and papain, which are digestive enzymes that help break down protein peptides, which are the chains. This can help with digestion and potentially reduce the risk of side effects like bloating or gas. Also, similar to Transparent Labs, Thorne is committed to producing high quality products free of artificial coloring agents and sweeteners. Their protein has natural sweeteners, but still tastes great. One drawback of Thorne's protein is that it only comes in vanilla and chocolate flavors, while Transparent Labs, on the other hand, is offered in over a dozen different flavor options. So, who should take Thorne protein? Thorne protein is ideal for the following: athletes whose governing bodies requires them to only take NSF Sport certified supplements, those who love vanilla and chocolate flavors and don't mind sticking to those, people who want to lose fat and are looking for a protein powder with as few calories as possible per scoop, people who have had digestive issues from other whey proteins in the past but still want to stick to a dairy-based protein, and lastly, those who value clean label supplements free of artificial coloring and fillers. Let's now go through the main differences between the two products, Transparent Labs Whey Isolate versus Thorne protein. And let's start first off with competing head to head in the first category, which is ingredients. And the winner goes to Transparent Labs. Thorne stands out among many protein powders with a quality ingredient list. This protein isolate is almost entirely free of artificial additives and has natural alternatives like cocoa powder, stevia, and evaporated cane sugar that enhance its taste. The product also has xanthan gum and another gum that is very long to read, but is also known as xellulose gum, that serve as thickening agents and help improve the protein's texture and how it feels in your mouth. While both are artificial additives, they are commonly used in the food industry and are considered safe by FDA. Transparent Labs wins in this first category because it is an all-natural product. You have grass-fed whey protein isolate, stevia, salt, peanut flour, cocoa powder, and natural chocolate flavor. The product is free of artificial sweeteners, coloring agents, preservatives, and gluten. The next category where they go head to head is under quality assurances, and the winner is actually a tie. It's a tie between the two. Thorne values transparency and honesty, which is why all the ingredients in its products are listed on the label. Nothing is hidden behind a proprietary blend, and the qualities of ingredients per serving are visible. The company's protein is also NSF Sport certified, contributing to the brand's reputation and trustworthiness. Athletes who undergo drug testing often consider Thorne because governing bodies require them to take NSF Sport certified products, like I mentioned. Transparent Labs is also a fantastic because it lives up to its name and promises to deliver safe and effective supplements. Like Thorne products, you can see all the ingredients listed on the supplement labels with their respective qualities or percentages per serving. They also test each batch of their products and publish the analysis on their website. Find your product's lot number to access the results and see when the test was conducted. The next category where they go head to head is for protein percent of calories. And the winner for that one goes to Transparent Labs Grass-Fed Whey. Now, Transparent Labs is the winner because it has 86% protein. On the other hand, Thorne only has 84% protein per scoop. TL Whey Isolate has around 130 calories per serving and offers 27.5 to 28 grams of protein, whereas Thorne has 100 calories and 21 grams of protein. The next category is taste and flavor, and the winner is also Transparent Labs. This is one of those more subjective categories to compare, but Transparent Labs wins again. Now, TL Whey Isolate comes in 15 flavors, including less common options like milk chocolate, oatmeal chocolate, blueberry pancakes, the list goes on and on. The taste was milder, not overly sweet, but still quite enjoyable. I've actually tested each flavor of the Transparent Labs, which you can watch at the link down below. Peanut butter, dark chocolate, mocha latte were obvious top 3 favorites for me when it came to the strength of the flavor and the balanced sweetness and being true to taste. However, TL stopped producing peanut butter, so dark chocolate is now my number 1. In contrast, Thorne Protein only has 2 flavors, like I've mentioned, chocolate and vanilla. This is fine if you prefer the classics. However, it's not enough for people who want to try different flavors. Getting the same thing over and over can get old pretty fast. I personally tested the chocolate flavor, which was nice and rich, but trended towards the more bitter side, closer to the dark chocolate than a milk chocolate. I enjoyed the chocolate flavor, but its bitteriness caught me off guard the first time I tried it. The next category where they go head to head is under mixability. It's a tie. Both products mix well with water and milk, and it didn't take much to get a smooth protein shake with no clumps. They also mix well in yogurt and were fantastic additions to my oatmeal bowls. I had no trouble mixing either one of these products. The next one head-to-head category is texture, which is thick or thin. It's also a tie between the two. Transparent Labs Whey Isolate mixes quite well and has a smooth texture, even when using water instead of milk. Its rich and creamy texture makes every protein shake enjoyable. Thorne Protein is also great in this regard, and I didn't notice any significant differences between the textures when I mixed with water or milk. Because of that, I don't think either product came up on top in this category. The next category, which are very important to a lot of you, is satiety, and it's also a tie between the two. Transparent Labs Whey and Thorne Protein are both isolates, which means both digest reasonably quick and are unlikely to keep you feeling full for a long period. When testing for this category, I mixed a scoop of protein powder with 5 ounces of 2% milk and had my shake around 8 a.m. In my experience, TL Whey kept me feeling full slightly a little bit longer than the Thorne, but the difference wasn't that big. And the last category where these two go head to head, and it's very important for a lot of you, and it's very important for me as well, is the price and the cost. The winner in this category goes to Transparent Labs Whey Isolate. TL Whey Isolate costs $2 per serving, well above the average of $1.34 based on our review of 30 plus protein products of various types and sizes. However, Thorne Protein is slightly more expensive at $2.07 per serving. It's not a huge difference, but given that TL Whey Isolate has a higher protein percent of calories, it offers a better bang for your buck. That about wraps up my review on comparing both the Transparent Labs and the Thorne Protein Powder, with the winner going to Transparent Labs. Now, if you're wondering which flavor of the Transparent Labs protein to try, I've actually done a video on reviewing and taste testing every single Transparent Labs protein flavor, which will add up here in this corner right here for you to click on next, and I'll also link it down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.